I got scared for a minute and didn't realize that I like scrolled all the way to the bottom, and I was like, oh, right. Yes. Yes, I would like to do that. Oh, you're still here. That's fucking fantastic. We're gonna go talk to Grossberg. December 25th? Well, I don't know why they keep reminding me of the date, like, I... Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat.
Ha! You're Mia's something, are you not?
I was her understudy, yes. Phoenix, right?
Ha! And you're Mia's something too, are you not?
Her little sister, yes.
You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? About 500 years ago when I was still a child.
Mr. Grossberg, sir.
Oh, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter?
I need to show you something. Actually, do I not have the picture? The autopsy report, right?
Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Aha!
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond.
And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot?
I didn't say anything like that. What do you... You said that, not me. There was a murder last night.
A murder?
You haven't heard?
I just got up, you see.
Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot?
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown.
This is terrible news indeed.
Guess he hadn't heard anything. I guess I was supposed to not show him the evidence right away. I was supposed to talk to him first. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting?
Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old bitter desserts. Desserts. Diabetes.
Who is this Hammond guy anyways?
Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound so familiar?
Perhaps you remember. The only other thing we ever talked about.
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for me as murder.
That was the incident where the police were so at loss they used a spirit medium.
Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother?
Yes, dear. That spirit medium Misty Fey fucked things up good, she did. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. Very strange case indeed.
They never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent.
And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. And the frog people have forever been shamed to live on the mountain. You were the one who helped her out, right, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes, quite.
Thank you.
No, please, don't mention it.
DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait. What does that have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? His father?
Well, everybody has a father, you know. If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Right. This is a photograph of my mother.
Yes, he has a fetish for pictures of your mother, so if you...
Anything I should look at in here? I doubt it. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelf filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Well then, let's take them back to our office. He won't miss them. Shut the fuck up, Maya. Then we can take that wooden bear. That's probably the smartest thing you've said this entire game. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Nick, I want a desk like that in our office too. Shut the fuck up, Maya. Huh? I meant for me. You better start saving your allowance then. Little fuck. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. It's not mahogany. And if I'm not mistaken, that letter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. We should put things on our client table too. I'm not really into smoking. We could put out candy or gum. Classy.
Not quite. We're gonna go back and talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
December 25th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. What is this? I was hoping you had gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It is no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Okay, look. Edgeworth? It has only been a matter of hours since you last arrived, yet you have made incredible progress in your investigation. I will admit it, I am impressed, right? You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through. Don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I did not want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I am sorry if it sounded like I thought you were not up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I do not know. But, I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Ask whatever you like. I only want to know about one thing, and that's the DL6 incident, Edgeworth. Now stop yanking my chain. Is the guard alive still? The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it is a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It is pretty clear he was the one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared that suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. So that's why you shot him? That spirit medium. That was my mom. What? You mean that you are... It is strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end. And now this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. Suspect. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I do not know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he would be about 50 years of age by now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So you were So your father was a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps? I would rather not talk about that. So, I am sorry. I cannot think of anything I want to say about that. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, right? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I did not. It was not me. Right? It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes, will you? Of course we will, you prick. Who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. I could not have guessed it. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I do not remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Documents proving Edgeworth's request for an attorney. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake! It's a big one! Wah! It's coming down. Whew! That was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? Huh? There! He's on the floor in a ball shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're... guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. I think that's probably going to be relevant just because the fact that he ducked down like that, you know, during all the... He might have some kind of problem with motion sickness or something like that. I don't see any other reason why that would have just happened right now.
What's going on here?
What's wrong, Detective?
This wild lady here comes in here just a while ago. She said she came to talk y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal?
A lot of dick.
Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir. Fuck's sake. Calm down, Gumshoe. So, what did Miss Dick say?
She said she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol. What?
She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting.
That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality in my book. Should let us see who's who.
She can do that? Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great.
In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow.
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation.
A cancellation? Let me guess. The other witness is the 50-year-old man that Edgeworth was just talking about that got let off the hook.
I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth. We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out.
I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say?
If he's innocent, there's got to be something I've overlooked. Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal. Go talk to him. Talk to him again. For me, please, your good friend Dick. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him. Please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal.
You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth. Well, you'll be happy to know. Look what I got.
Yeah, some papers. I didn't know what they were at first, but I was breathing heavily. I was very happy and hey, you did it, pal.
Glad I waited to the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow then.
Good luck, pal. Hey,
you guys feel that earthquake a little while back?
I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. Something about Miles. Here, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. I was gonna say that same thing. I was like, didn't you guys go to school together? Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Karma? That is right. Manfred von Karma. He is the best prosecutor there is. He has not lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Hold on, I was just messaged on my phone. I'm sure you just heard the vibration. Okay, it is time to turn the vibration off. Thank you, Mr. Matt. Look at Edgeworth is looking at me. He's pissed. He's like, I heard that phone vibrating. No vibrating in court. No phones, I mean. Not a single case? He will do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You do not understand. I mean, he will really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to be... He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty. What a creep. Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. You frog people truly are the most foolish of creatures. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He is as ruthless as me, times 20. But you just multiplied the number again by... Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right about now, don't you think? Oh, here we go. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man. Oh man, what bad timing. The only time I need you to be useful, and you are useless. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it is time. Let us head in. December 26th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 3.
Yabba 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 yabba.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I would say that, but that is pretty funny. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready?
Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well. Your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this?
I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes.
Describe the incident now. Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. 2 men, 1 boat. You got it? Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now.
Wait, Mr. Von Karma?
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling the proceedings.
Whoa. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not. The arrest of Edgeworth.
A man called into the station, as he did not call into the situation. He called into the station about the situation around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. You received a call from a man.
Yup.
But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshot gumshoes, right?
Oh. That woman and the man who called into the woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses. Oof. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping. A lot of dick.
What happened next, detective?
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well,
from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir.
Man, he's got his share of objections.
Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all.
Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know, we have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue now.
But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally.
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved.
Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence?
Tisk tisk.
He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon?
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record.
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective? Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does he mean? Ballistic markings? See, I'm pretty stupid. You know, I have no idea what that means.
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Tisk tisk, very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? I don't actually know what it is either. I have gotten myself in quite the pickle. Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge?
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However...
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge?
Yes.
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now.
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get it over with, man.
Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. I'll make a phone call to my dear Comeda, who's running this court anyways. December 26th, 11:09 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon.
Huh?
That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me. I did not shoot him. Then who did?
I do not know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I cannot say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That is the only explanation I can come up with. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I may as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless. Well, actually, you don't know law, you don't have any trial experience or techniques. Yeah, you're pretty much useless, but I can't say that. It's okay, Nick. You don't have to say anything. Your face said it for you. Whoops. No, of course I'm sorry. It's okay, Nick. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right? Do not jinx this case any more than it already is. It is bad for my heart. Sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Lotta Dick take the stand? Lotta Dick, you are a frog person, is that correct?
Ribbit.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Bring me some money, Ribbit.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand, man, Ribbit. Very well. Your testimony, please. I don't know, man. I am a pretty uninteresting character, Ribbit. So I mean, you know, people hate me. I want a lot of dick, man. You know, Rick. And when I looked out in the window, man, I saw 2 chins in the boat, man, Ribbit. Then there was another bang, Ribbit. And there was a narrating on the leg but that boat, man, Ribbit.
Enough.
Huh? Ribbit?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. I demand supreme order. In my courtroom.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Order. I will have fucking order. What did I just tell you people 5 seconds ago?
Well, Judge?
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. This court finds the defendant... Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose, or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Maya. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I get a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well.
I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Meow, meow, ribbit. Come on, rabbit, meow, 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 ribbit. It's gonna press you on everything. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Oh, yeah, well, I guess.
Do not badger the frog people. I do not want them to talk more than they have to. You have a point.
I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Meet me in my car, Ribbit. Why are you camping there anyways? I'm a researcher in my university, Ribbit. Mom won't take my picture of my rework. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Dick, could you be more specific about your research?
Ho ho ho. What does the witness motive in camping by the lake have anything to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Well, wait now, I'm the one who says that.
Well, then say it already.
Objection sustained. Oh, thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard a big bang coming from the lake. Why are your eyes so far apart?
I don't know.
Ma'am, I looked at or heard a noise from me.
As I told you before, frog people are... You're infuriating to me. I asked you to find contradictions, not talk to the frog person.
Man, I looked out the window, man, I saw two gents in the boat with Ribbit. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture, clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Oh, yeah, Ribbit. Well, cool, Ribbit.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. And there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure, Ribbit.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There wasn't anything on labor the boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a frog can be, Ribbit. That sounds pretty sure, so I should press further. How come you're so sure? We won't really have to scan the whole lake, Ribbit. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Dick, you...
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. Ugh. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
That's what I'm...
Sustained.
Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. Seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor...
You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Uh-huh. Nick, Lada's testimony is fishy. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Whoa. Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is there something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lada Dick, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lada, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol, you bitch? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defendant's outburst. Answer me, Lada. What was the big idea of treating me like some kind of criminal, Ribbit? I saw him, I swear, Ribbit. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No.
Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ooh. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Dick just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order!
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Dick has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Arrest the frog lady. You will leave the courtroom immediately. Look, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya? One less frog person in the courtroom. Now listen, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
And I am running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here, or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Yeah, it's all clear day, man. I made him hope me red work. Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blatantly ignore your promises, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. Well, find it. If you can.
Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty.
Damn.
That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that, but I can't squander Maya's efforts either. I start clear day to man the bowl and mid-range will ribbit. Ah, fuck me. But you couldn't have because Fog did this part already. Got you. Got you, Miss Dick. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Photo I took, Ruby. The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Dick. So, this picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself, Miss Dick.
But, Ribbit.
Could you explain the defendant? Could you see the defendant last night?
Of course, I say I could, I could, Ribbit.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. You're right, ma'am. I have a cool now and bog dig a grit. Now I'm ribbits on my camera. I got back in the car, ribbit. You're telling that bro, I'm not ribbit. When I heard about nothing, I got looking about binoculars, ribbit. See, no problem, ribbit. You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one had better be good. I mean, I am a very unlikable character. I'm very annoying, so you know what? I'm a piece of shit, man. So when I was being seen on my camera, ribbit, I got back in the car, ribbit. Your camera. Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars, ribbit. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Oh, wow, I'm stupid. Ribbit. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? You can't say that for certain. Shit, I pressed X too quick and didn't read what he said. Mr. Wright? Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Think I gotta. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of the utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little bit overboard there. Very well. Mr. Dick, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you, ribbit. The camera was set to take picture of meteor shower, ribbit. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Dick. Oh. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph of the lake? Miss Dick, this is what you were trying to photograph? What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Dick, I never heard no lake monitor. You got proof or something? Is he brewed out down the lake trying to photograph that Gordy? I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. No joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness is trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? The proof, Miss Hart. Miss Dick, is your own camera. Oh. Your camera was set up to take photos in response to loud noises. Correct. Thus, this photograph here was taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Which is bullshit because I don't see this anywhere. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?